I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya.
All those in favor of approving Resolution 2019-04 signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the resolution passes.
That's the vote where Bunnell City Commissioners unanimously condemned the Flagler County Commission's decision to move the Sheriff's Office Operations Center from the county seat to Palm Coast. In their ordinance, commissioners expressed concerns that moving the office out of the county seat could be unconstitutional. They add the decision isn't based on necessity or a lack of unsuitable sites within Bunnell, and went so far as to call it an attempt to politically restrain Palm Coast from establishing its own police force. Flagler County Commissioner Joe Mullins responded.
I can certainly see their emotional response to this decision, and I knew ahead of time they were going to be a little upset about it.
But on WNZF, Mullins called for an end to the fighting and said the commissioner's decision is what's best for the community.
I mean, we just saw a deadly shooting over in that area. There is a need to have a district office over there. Now, if they would have allowed it to play out, they'd see and they'd find out that we are going to have another office, a district office over here by the EOC, and we're going to continue to have a sheriff's presence, a very strong one, just as big, over here in this area as well.
Last week, Flagler County Commissioners voted to abandon the already vacant Sheriff's Office Operations Center that was built on the site of a former hospital in Bunnell over concerns of mold that may have sickened dozens of employees. They voted to construct a brand new $15 million operations center near the Palm Coast Library. Bunnell commissioners also took issue with the fact that the new operations center could delay, perhaps permanently, their new library branch.
This portion of Flagler's Morning News brought to you by the Daytona Beach International Airport, Sunwing Airlines nonstop to Toronto, and starting in May, nonstop flights to New York City via American Airlines.
Video shows a violent brawl leading up to a shooting in the parking lot of a Bunnell gas station Sunday night. But despite the 36-second surveillance video released by the sheriff's office and ramped up efforts, Flagler County authorities haven't been able to identify the suspected gunman who sent a barrage of bullets into the crowded Circle K parking lot at 500 East Moody Boulevard. A teen was shot in the back and was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. Authorities also received reports of several shots fired near basketball courts at East Court and South Moore Streets following the gas station gunfire. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office arrests a suspected armed robber, John Arking reports.
Officials were alerted to a stolen vehicle that was leaving Volusia County and entering Flagler County. Volusia County's Air One emergency helicopter was tracking the suspect, who was wanted for questioning in multiple weapon complaint incidents. Flagler deputies located the vehicle as it drove through Bunnell, where they attempted to stop it, but the suspect crashed head-on into an unmarked patrol car. At the point of impact, the airbags deployed in the suspect vehicle, and it became inoperable. A felony traffic stop was then conducted in Bunnell by Flagler deputies, arresting 23-year-old Trishawn DeAndre Smith of Daytona Beach. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
Well, he chose the wrong county to come to because we got him. But he's now in the Green Roof Inn. He had active fugitive warrants from Volusia County. So we're glad this dangerous fugitive is off the street and where he belongs, in jail.
Smith was charged with fleeing and eluding, grand theft, and driving without a license. He also had 2 outstanding bond revocation warrants for armed trafficking and heroin and possession of a firearm by an in-state felon. He'll be extradited to Volusia County to face his warrant charges. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
It's all about the census and a newly dedicated park.
Bunnell Mayor Catherine Robinson says the city is getting ready for the 2020 census.
The census has to do with how much money we can be allocated, so that's kind of important with grants and loans and designations of our type of city we are.
So if the census numbers are up because there are more kids in Bunnell, they might want to head to the Lewis L. Jackson Park.
Lewis L. Jackson was the first African-American city commissioner to sit on the city of Bunnell.
Mayor Robinson said the park is in the south end of the city and that kids will enjoy it. Tomorrow, Mayor Catherine Robinson talks about the residential growth in Bunnell. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
Palm Coast has received a first-time honor for its procurement practices. Tony Magoo has more.
The City of Palm Coast Budget and Procurement Office has been awarded the Florida Association of Public Procurement Officials Award of Excellence in Public Procurement for 2019. The city is one of only 18 agencies in Florida to earn the award. The Budget and Procurement Office has made a number of changes to improve efficiency and customer service, both internally and externally, over the past few years. I'm extremely proud of my team, said Lena Williams, Budget Budget and Procurement Manager of the City of Palm Coast. I believe this recognition shows that everyone's hard work in streamlining and improving the procurement processes for the city has paid off. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.